Every room you enter tests you before you open your mouth. You're being scanned, measured, categorized within seconds. It's not your smile or your kindness they notice. It's the weight you carry without saying a word. People think power is about speaking loudly, posting quotes, or acting tough, but that's not how true influence works. True presence is felt in silence, in posture, in how your eyes meet the world without flinching. The uncomfortable truth is this: most people train themselves to be invisible without knowing it. If you've ever felt overlooked, ignored, or underestimated, it's not because you lack value. It's because you are leaking it in ways you can't see. Today you will see. And once you see it, you can never unsee it again. Philosophers from Marcus Aurelius to Nietzsche, strategists from Sun Tzu to Machiavelli, all understood one hidden law: the world organizes itself around power, and power is not granted. It is claimed through silent signals that precede words. Every handshake, every glance, every pause in conversation is a test of presence, a test of how deeply you own your place in the world. If you rely on being nice, if you rely on being patient, if you believe people will notice your worth because you work hard, you are living in a dangerous illusion. Presence is what gets you in the room. Silence is what makes them listen. And wait is what makes them remember you. In this video, you will learn 4 deep, timeless principles that will end your invisibility and awaken your quiet power. Watch to the end, and your existence will start to demand respect without asking for it. Every environment is an energy field. When you walk in, your energy either expands into the space or collapses into itself. Most people enter a room and immediately shrink. Their shoulders hunch, their eyes dart, their steps become hesitant. They are scanning for permission to exist, seeking safety in being unnoticed. But leaders, thinkers, and individuals who command presence do the opposite. They walk in with shoulders back, chin parallel, breathing fully. Their eyes scan the room, not in fear but in quiet awareness, claiming space without asking. Your energy is felt before your words are heard. It's in the rhythm of your steps, the way you take your seat, the calmness in your breathing. You don't need to dominate others to project energy. You only need to refuse to shrink yourself. This is not arrogance. It's alignment with your own existence. Every time you shrink to avoid attention, you teach your nervous system that you are a threat to yourself. Over time, you become a ghost in your own life, invisible to those who would otherwise recognize your potential. When you expand your energy deliberately, when you walk in as if you belong, people adjust to your presence without you forcing them. This is how true power begins. By understanding that your existence is permission enough to take space, to stand without apology, and to let others feel your silent confidence. From now on, enter every room with the inner command: I am here. I belong here. Let your posture and breath be your declaration, and let your silence do the talking before your words arrive. Words are not cheap, but most people treat them like they are. They fill conversations with like, you know, and nervous laughter, flooding the air with filler that dissolves the impact of their message. They rush to speak, afraid of silence, seeking validation with every phrase. They believe talking more will make them understood, but in reality, it dilutes their presence. Great thinkers and strategists understood the art of economical speech. They speak slowly, with rhythm, allowing pauses to carry the gravity of their words. They do not fear silence. They use it as a canvas upon which their words become brushstrokes of intention. They let their sentences end without nervous laughter, without looking around for approval. They let their statements stand. This does not mean you speak less just to appear mysterious. It means you speak with intention, trimming unnecessary words so what remains carries weight. When you stop over-explaining, when you allow pauses, when you drop the habit of seeking permission in your tone. Your words begin to create an aura of certainty. Your tone should reflect calm certainty. It should communicate, I believe what I say, and I do not need your approval for it to be true. People listen differently when you speak from this place. The room quiets when you speak with weight, and silence becomes your ally. The next time you speak with pauses, lower your tone, and drop the excess. Watch how people begin to lean in. Not because you demanded attention, but because your words now deserve it. Your boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are signals that teach people how to respect your presence. Most people dilute their power by apologizing for having preferences, for saying no, for needing space, or for setting limits. They soften their standards with explanations, hoping to be understood, and in the process, they lose the gravity of their presence. If philosophers and warriors alike knew that boundaries are a form of self-respect, they are the quiet declaration that your time, energy, and focus are sacred. When you defend your standards with explanations, you suggest that they are negotiable. When you enforce them calmly and without apology, they become law. Learn to say no without flinching, to decline invitations without explaining why, to walk away from disrespect without signaling pain. This is not about being rude. It's about honoring your energy so deeply that others learn to honor it too. It creates a field around you that communicates self-respect, and people unconsciously adjust to it. Powerful people do not test your boundaries because they are interested in breaking them. They test them to see if you believe in them yourself. If you crumble at the first sign of pressure, you signal that your standards are performance, not reality. When you stand firm, calmly, without hostility, you become unshakable. Boundaries delivered without explanation command respect, not permission. And respect is the currency of influence. People fear discomfort, and that fear makes them invisible. They scan faces for approval before speaking, adjust opinions mid-sentence, and avoid tension at all costs. They think staying agreeable and soft will earn them respect, but in reality, it earns them forgetfulness. Influence requires comfort with discomfort. It requires saying what needs to be said, even if it creates tension in the air. It means allowing silence to stretch after your words, letting the weight of what you say hang without cleaning it up for others' comfort. It means disagreeing when necessary, not to provoke, but to remain truthful. When you show that you do not fear emotional discomfort, people instinctively recognize your strength. You become the person who can hold a room. But what if that was the lie? Who can let others feel discomfort without rushing to smooth it over? Who can allow different opinions without losing your presence? Power is not about domination. It is about presence. And presence is about holding your truth without collapsing under the pressure of others' reactions. The next time you feel the urge to apologize, to soften your words, or to explain your silence, pause. Let the discomfort live. Let your words stand. Let your presence anchor you in the moment. The world respects those who do not bend to discomfort, because they signal a quiet confidence that cannot be ignored. You were not born invisible. You were trained to be. The world told you to soften, to wait, to apologize for your existence. But the world respects those who claim space, who speak with weight, who hold their standards without apology, and who let discomfort exist without fear. Presence is not something you ask for, it is something you embody. It is felt in how you walk, how you speak, how you hold your silence. These 4 principles will not just change how others see you, they will change how you see yourself. And when you see yourself as worthy of presence, the world begins to adjust to your energy. If you found value in this, hit like, subscribe for more deep philosophy and psychology insights, and comment below I claim my presence. Let's build a world where your quiet power becomes undeniable.